Thank you for joining us for this short and abbreviated press conference. Tomorrow is the big day, and I just told Coach Brands, listening to people talk, the question came up, is it personal? And yeah, it's personal. You bet it is. And it should be, because that's what competition in the sport of wrestling is all about. We want to welcome you to the bout at the ballpark, presented, of course, by our premier sponsor, Kubota. We thank them for their vision, for their willingness to do this. And it'll be taking place next door. It's actually over my shoulder at the Globe Life Field. We also want to say a special thank you not only to Kubota, but to the Texas Rangers organization, to Rev Entertainment, and we thank you folks so much. We really do appreciate it. Sean Decker, the president of Rev. We want to thank USA Wrestling as well. We want to thank the International All-Stars who will be here to compete. We want to thank the athletes, the marketing programs from each of our respective universities, and the head wrestling coaches from the University of Iowa and Oklahoma State University. This is a great event for firsts. The first ever bout at the ballpark. It's going to be, quite frankly, it's going to be epic. It's going to be an epic night of rival wrestling, matchups between collegiate Division I wrestlers, perennial powerhouses from the University of Iowa and from Oklahoma State University. And it's going to be a historic matchup between Team USA, a team of international superstars, as well as women's matches featuring the fastest growing segment of our sport. The best from Team USA will be wrestling the best from Team Canada. I also want to take time to say a big thank you once again to the people at Globe Life Field and Rev Entertainment. As a reminder, the bout at the ballpark will be broadcast live by our great partners, the people from Flow Sports. We appreciate your willingness to broadcast this, and we also want to say thank you for broadcasting this press conference live. With that being said, I'm honored, as you can imagine, to be joined by world-class athletes on both sides of me and world-class coaches. And I just want to say thank you all for your willingness to come on this stage and wrestle for us. Let's go to the introductions. This first gentleman leads the Iowa program. He's the 8th men's head wrestling coach at the University of Iowa, a 1996 Olympic gold medalist, a distinguished member of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, a 1993 world champion, a 3-time NCAA champion, and I could go on and on. Please welcome Coach Tom Brands. And you see Coach Brands is accompanied by one of his athletes this morning, or this afternoon, Tony Cassioppi. Let me just tell you a little bit about Tony. Tony was, to say the least, highly recruited out of high school. His junior and senior years, and by the way, he's from Roscoe, Illinois. There you go. His last 2 years, his junior and senior years in high school, his record was 100 wins, 0 losses. So you can see why he was so highly recruited. In 2019 and 2020, he made All-American status. 2020 and 2021, he made All-American status, finishing in 3rd. He's the UWW Under 23 World Champion, Tony Cassioppi. This next gentleman is in his 31st year of coaching at his alma mater and mine, Oklahoma State University. Go Pokes. He is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, a four-time world champion, a distinguished member of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen, Coach John Smith. Coach Smith is accompanied by an athlete that I find absolutely remarkable. I've never told him that. This young man is a real special athlete. He's going to be competing tomorrow in the international competition for Team USA. He's also going to be competing in the competition against the University of Iowa. He is currently the reigning World Championship silver medalist. Please welcome Daton Fix. Led by the 2017 World Championship coach, 2006 World Champion, and distinguished member of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. And he tells me he is a proud Iowa alum. Please welcome Bill Zadick. Coach Zaddick was a two-time All-American, 1996 at 142 pounds. He captured the NCAA championship. The next person I'm going to introduce has a motto that I've been hearing him share with the world, and that motto is, "All I see is gold." And I've had the privilege of watching him wrestle at the University of Nebraska when he was in college. I saw him wrestle over at Mizzou one night. It was a great match, as you would expect. He's a 2012 Olympic champion and the first men's freestyle wrestler in U.S. history to win 5 World Championships gold. Jordan Burroughs, and overall Jordan has won 9 World Olympic medals and world medals, in 10 outings. This next gentleman, he's leading the USA Wrestling Women's Only freestyle program. He's a 5-time Olympic head coach, 1993 NCAA champion, again for the University of Iowa. Terry Steiner, and under Terry's guidance, the U.S. women boast 54 world medals, including 15 gold medals, 13 silver, and 26 bronze. Give that man a big round of applause. And last but certainly not least, a woman who is, I believe, a legend in our sport of wrestling. She's the first Olympic gold medalist for the USA in women's freestyle. In 2016, champion Helen Marules, she went on to make history in Tokyo. She has world gold medalist. She has Olympic gold medals. She's done it all, and she's still going. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for Helen Marules. We have a couple of questions that we're going to ask, and so we hope you enjoy this. Coach Brands, you're first up. Mike should be hot. All right, he says, bring it on. This is a historical matchup bringing collegiate duels with international duels simultaneously for the first time. And also on the grand stage, and folks, if you haven't seen the inside of this ballpark, you're going to be absolutely amazed, but the grand stage of Globe Life Field. What does it mean for you and your team to be participating in this event?
We're excited. Anywhere you go in the world to compete, you get excited, and something like this that's being built and organized the way it's being built and organized, we are very excited. I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I'm in Gallagher-Iba Arena. I feel like I'm in, where am I at? Arlington, Texas, all at the same time. You know, I got a lot of my good friends here, John W. Smith, and all you Oklahoma State fans, we love you, and I feel like I'm at home, truly. We're excited, and fired up to be here. Thank you.
Coach, thank you. Coach Smith, is the experience of wrestling on a baseball field different than your traditional Gallagher-Iba arena setting? If so, how?
Well, I don't know if there's really a difference other than the experience. You know, I'm glad that our student athletes on both teams get to experience this. A 7-minute match is a 7-minute match. We've wrestled on a lot of different mats, but they're pretty much all the same. And so, you know, it's what's different is just the excitement and the opportunity of having a chance to celebrate our sport here in Arlington and here at Globe Life.
Thank you, Coach. Tony Cassioppi, question for you. Would you rather step in the batter's box against the Major League Baseball pitcher or try to take down Coach Brands in an all-out, no-holds-barred wrestling match? And be careful how you answer this.
Well, I have a little size on Tom, but I think I still would try to hit it off an MLB pitcher. You know, I think Tom's just a pretty tough dude.
Rumor has it he still rolls around in the room with you guys. Is that true?
Not against me. I don't want that.
Okay. Thank you, Tony. Daton Fix, you're up. Would you rather step behind home plate and catch from a major league pitcher, or would you rather try to take down Coach Smith, again, in a no-holds-barred, anything-goes wrestling bout?
Well, you know, I don't have a whole lot of experience behind the plate, so I think I'll take my chances on something I'm good at and go toe-to-toe with Coach Smith.
Coach Zaddick, what does it mean to you and to your team to come in here to Globe Life Park and participate in this great event?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's a historic matchup between two of the most storied college wrestling programs. They've been innovators in the space of promoting the sport and introducing it to new fans with Grapple on the Gridiron some years ago, and now Bout at the Ballpark. So for our team, we have a great team. We have a great bunch of athletes on all sides, on all styles, and Crackle women and freestyle. So it's a meaningful opportunity. It's an important opportunity for us to go out and show the world our product, and hopefully we'll get out there and put on a great show and have some exciting wrestling.
And by the way, Coach Zaddick also can be proud of coaching the #2 men's freestyle team in the world.
We're looking to upgrade that. We're looking to upgrade that.
Did you hear that? He said he's looking to upgrade that. Coach Steiner, well, I've got to come up with a good one for you. What does it mean to you to be at the helm of the #2 women's freestyle wrestling team in the world, and how does that impact young women in Texas and throughout the United States?
Well, first, it's an honor and a privilege to be at the helm of this program and over the years watch the growth that we've had. And you know, at first I think we were kind of a sideshow, right? And now we're becoming more mainstream, and wrestling fans across the country are, you know, accepting it a lot more and appreciating it, and so that's important. I think for us to be on a stage like this and to expose women's wrestling to our collegiate fans, right? That's the next realm that we really want to move into, and the University of Iowa has done it. We're hoping we can pull Oklahoma State into that very soon, and that's important that we continue that growth. But it's an honor and a privilege to be here and to have our superstars like Helen in front of the college wrestling fan is very important as we move forward.
I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you. Jordan. He says, yes, sir. Got a question for you. This is certainly a unique setting for wrestling. You've wrestled in venues all over the world, as has Helen. Can you tell us another venue, another location that you would think would be as unique or more unique than Globe Life Field?
Yeah, for sure. I was actually hoping for a would you rather question. But no, we've been to a lot of places, and typically a lot of those happen in New York City, from the Pier to being in Times Square to being at Grand Central Station. And we've done a lot of really cool things over the years, but wrestling is such an obscure sport. We do a lot of our training in private and in complete silence. So, for us, I echo a lot of the same sentiments that John mentioned, where it's, everything that we do is behind the scenes and where it's not really noticeable. So when we get an opportunity to compete on a grand stage like this, I really take a lot of pride and value. These are memorable events that, we'll go on and talk about for a long time. So I've wrestled at a bunch of cool spots. This will be the first time I ever wrestled in a baseball field. I'm not a very good baseball player, so this is the only way I'll ever be down on the field. So yeah, it's a cool opportunity presented to us, and I'm really looking forward to competing.
Thank you. And it's a real privilege to get to watch you wrestle. Helen, are you ready?
I hope so.
Wrestling is marked as one of the fastest growing sports for women, and justifiably so. And Texas is credited for a large portion of that growth. There are I understand, over 3,000 young women wrestling at the high school level. Coach, they can see you for names later. But wrestling at the high school level, what does it mean to you to be able to participate in an event, not only for yourself, obviously, not only for Texas, but for young women around the world?
I mean, this is incredible. So Texas was one of the first states to add women's wrestling, and I think to just have this circle back where we're having a women's international match alongside top men's program match and men's freestyle, this is really great for the sport in general. And, Tamara Mensah-Stock is our second Olympic gold medalist and first black female to win, and she's from Texas. So, great wrestling is coming from Texas, and we're going to see it continue to do so.
Helen, thank you. Hopefully one of these days we'll have D1 wrestling in Texas as well. Over the centuries, ladies and gentlemen, competitors have learned to respect the skill, the technique, and the endurance, and the tenacity of their respective opponents. And yes, this is personal. To reflect that, modest gifts are often exchanged between teams and athletes to show the respect. And in keeping with that tradition, allow me to introduce a gentleman who is the president of Rev Entertainment. Please welcome Sean Decker.
Thanks, Al, and thanks everybody for being here. To start out, we'd like to especially thank Kubota. Right from the start, as soon as we got the idea in front of them and our sponsorship team worked with them, they were excited to be a part of it and a difference maker for us, and we're super grateful for them. Also, I'd like to thank Flow Sports. We started talking to Flow about this concept more than a year ago, and I think before we finished our first sentence, they said yes as well. So very appreciative to their support and the coverage to get this out to wrestling fans all over the country as well. Tomorrow has been a long time coming. I think I met with Coach Smith and Tony Petro and Chad Weiberg well over a year ago now on an idea about what this could be. And it took a lot of work to get here, but they were unbelievable partners every step of the way. And then quickly thereafter, we started working with Rich and Pete and USA Wrestling on how to grow this and make it a true celebration of the sport of wrestling. We couldn't be more excited to have everybody here. I'd like to really thank the Rangers team and the Rev team for all their work to put it in. I just got my first look at what the arena is going to look like tomorrow. And I can't wait for you guys all to see it. It's pretty special. It's going to be a really, really great afternoon and evening, and it's off the charts. So a big thanks to everybody for their partnership on this. We had a small token for both the USA men and women, and then for Oklahoma State and Iowa with the Texas Rangers jersey with their school or affiliation and the logo, and we're proud to present that. Look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sean. We're going to ask that each of the teams, the coaches, and their athletes come up to have photos taken. We're going to be starting with OSU, then we'll go to Iowa, then Team USA Women, and then Team USA Men. Yes, sir. Coach Brands and Tony Cassioppi. Helen, Coach.
He'll probably have to fight Rich for it.
And Sean said that Jordan already called dibs on this, so he'll be the one who will be taking this. Ladies and gentlemen, Team USA Men.